shirt right. Ooh, nope, not today. Not today. Today. Not today. Not today. Nope, nope. Okay, go ahead. Hey, you on viral. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of HonesTEA with your boy John. Let's get right into these topics, you guys. So the first topic that I want to talk about is Kanye West's mental disability. Now, it's no secret that Kanye went on a rampage last week. And where we could make fun of Kanye for going off like that, we should not, because someone's mental state is never funny. He went on a Twitter rampage talking about how he was going to divorce Kim, that Chris was white supremacist. It was just basically just like really going off. Like usual, he always delete the tweets and then he apologizes afterwards. I feel so bad for Kim. Can't help but to think that this would be so good for the show. This would be a really good storyline for Kim. Not only can she fight, but she has a crazy ass husband. But we've been through this. She also took it to Instagram to make a statement talking about Kanye's mental disability, saying that he was bipolar and there's nothing that we should make fun of. Working on getting Kanye help. She was going to Wyoming to see him and just basically just to keep her family in prayer. There were also rumors that emerged that saying that she was meeting with some lawyers because she's finally finna divorce Kanye. Now, Kim may not get everything from this divorce, but she's definitely gonna get paid something really nice. And seeing as though she got like 5 kids, so that's gonna be child support for the rest of his life. To be honest, I really do feel bad for Kim. I do feel bad for Kanye because Kanye has never been the same ever since his mom died. And I'm grateful enough to never experience the loss of my mother, and I pray that I will never ever get to experience that, but I do know it's also a part of life. But he has just been on a rampage ever since. And I can only imagine how hard it is. And that Kanye, keep your head up. Kim, you keep your head up, and hopefully y'all either work things out or you guys come to an end and y'all divorce, and then hopefully it's like not such of a embarrassing divorce because it's going to be all aired out on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode, but hopefully it doesn't get ugly. Nevertheless, let's go on to the next topic. So now I want to talk about Taylor Swift's Folklore album. The album did really good. It broke brand new records for the biggest debut on Spotify and Apple Music. The album was pure trash. Now, I love me some Taylor Swift, but this album was just not it for me. I tried my hardest to get into this album and it didn't do it for me. A lot of people are saying this is Taylor Swift's best album, but I don't know how. This album is literally meant for white people because I'm not fucking with it. I was looking for something like Red or 1989, Reputation type of Taylor Swift. This shit was just too depressing for me. A lot of you people may or may not know this, but Taylor Swift was going through a rough time with a lot of record producers, the people who own her masters and stuff like that, basically not letting her release any music, and she was going through it. I get it, but girl, damn, it was not one hit on there for me. It wasn't nothing like Trouble, Bad Blood, Reputation. Like it was nothing that you can vibe to. Just like depressing country, white girl shower hair like type of music, and I just really wasn't here for it. And if you guys like Taylor Swift, then this is something that you would probably want to listen to. If you just like Taylor Swift's music, then it may not be the actual album for you. But I encourage you guys to stream Folklore. I couldn't do it all the way. I literally got through 7 songs and I was just like, yep, it's not for me. But if you guys want to listen to it, go right ahead. It's on all streaming platforms. So the next topic that I want to talk about is Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. So in last week's episode, I told you that Thee Stallion got shot by Tory Lanez in the foot. Thee Stallion, her best friend, and Tory Lanez was at Kylie Jenner's pool party. Kylie Jenner was flirting with Tory Lanez and they were going back and forth. It was alleged that Tory Lanez and Thee Stallion were dating, and so when she saw that, she got mad, she got turned up, and she got jealous. It's like any other black woman or any person who has feelings for somebody will get jealous when their significant other is paying attention to somebody else other than them. Basically, when they were leaving the party and they were in the car, Meg started going off on Tory Lanez. She started attacking him, she started punching him, you know, doing what people do when they get drunk. And that's when he felt the need to pull out his gun and tranquilize her. Saying that Tory Lanez shot Meg in the act of self-defense, which I highly doubt that could actually happen. I do believe that they probably were dating. I do believe that they probably got into it because of that. But at the end of the day, if it was that serious, then you should have just kicked Meg out your car and just called the Uber. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's not like she can't afford it. I have a hard time believing that Meg is a sloppy drunk. I have a hard time believing that Meg is ratchet just because the music that she make is towards ratchet people, or just ratchet in general. The fact of the matter is that I just don't see that as a characteristic of Meg Thee Stallion. I think Meg is more the type to be like, okay, that's what you want to do, then fine, I'm just gonna chill and you continue to do whatever you want to do. Stallion decided to finally take to Instagram and go on live, and she basically explained what happened. Didn't say what actually happened to why Tory Lanez shot her in the foot. She didn't even go to say that Tory Lanez shot her in the foot. What she did say was that she got shot in both feet, which made it even worse. She had to go get surgery, and it was the most scariest time in her life. And I felt super, super bad for Meg because she started crying. And she was just saying, like, I'm tired of people always making fun of this situation because nothing's funny about it. I feel bad for her because, like, Meg seems like a really good girl. I do feel bad for her, but it's also alleged that she's not cooperating with the police, so she's not trying to press charges on Tory Lanez, which I think is fucking ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, if you're so hurt and you're crying and you get everybody on the internet coming after Tory Lanez and canceling people for making fun of this incident, then you should definitely want to see Tory Lanez behind bars. It's not like he can't afford to get out of jail. He got his money. And I could also see you trying to be like, no, I don't want to put another black man behind bars. Like, I don't want to fuck his life up. But at the end of the day, he tried to take a life from you, even though he shot you in the foot. But who's to know if it could have hit a certain nerve or a bone, and it could have either paralyzed you, wouldn't be able to twerk no more. Like, who knows what that could have done to your career and let alone to your life. I'm glad to know that you're doing better. I wish nothing but the best for you. I wish you would cooperate with the police and put Tory Lanez's lame ass behind bars because that's where he belongs. Anybody that shoots somebody in intention to cause harm to them, not in an act of self-defense, should be locked up. So Drea gets fired by Rihanna. Now we all know that Rihanna has her Fenty beauty line. She also has her Savage Fenty, which is nothing but lingerie. And she has ambassadors to wear her lingerie and promote it on Instagram and on all social media outlets. Drea was one of them. So Drea was on a podcast where she actually made fun of Meg Thee Stallion getting shot. She was just saying, like, I want a nigga to be in love with me so bad that if I try to lead a car, that he be like, know where you going, and he shoot me. And it's just like, girl, like, that's nothing to play with, let alone is that attractive. Draya is an ambassador of Savage Fenty, and so is Meg Thee Stallion. And we all know that Rihanna is no stranger to domestic violence, so she fired that bitch on sight. She sent a bouquet of flowers and a card to Meg Thee Stallion saying, hey, I hope you feel bad, I'm sorry this happened to you, just because Rihanna don't play about domestic violence. Now, I'm not saying like Rihanna's like this perfect person or whatever, because we all heard Chris Brown's story where she was starting with him and she was putting her hands on him, and then, you know, he finished her off. But the point of the matter is that it's no excuse to make fun of somebody's domestic violence. For the life of me, I would never understand why Drea thought it was okay to make fun of Meg Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot, knowing it has something to do with domestic violence, knowing that your boss has suffered from domestic violence once upon a time. Now you can go back to being broke and posing in Victoria's Secret lingerie on Instagram for free. You wanna act like you ain't salty girl, knowing damn well that was your only source of income, because bitch, you can't really act, and you're not on Basketball Wives no more. The only thing that you could do is promote clubs and pose naked. And now you're going to be doing that shit for free all over again. So, girl, like, we know you salty. Just take that L with a smile and move the fuck along. So the next topic that I want to talk about is the mother versus wife debate. So there's a video that's floating all around social media where this man's wife is going back and forth with his mother about sitting in the front seat of the car. Now, to be honest, I have mixed feelings about this video. I have mixed feelings about this situation. But the way that the wife talked to her own mother-in-law was unacceptable for me. I would definitely file for divorce the next day, because there's no way you're going to disrespect my mother like that. I am a mother's boy. I will continue to be a mother's boy until I die. So that's never going to not be a part of me. But I want you guys to take a look at this video, and then we're going to discuss it.
Absolutely not. Why? What are you talking about? I'm your wife. Are you serious right now? Okay, calm down. We gotta keep having these type of conversations. Every time I link up with your mother, is always a problem. I'm in his life now, so why are you still here?
I'm always gonna be
okay, but go to the back fucking seat. I'm your wife. I'm your fucking wife, and this is my car. But this is my car. Why do I gotta?
Babe, I understand we went in this together, but babe, that's my mom. I haven't seen her since we grown up.
He came from my car. No, but every time she's around, you switch up.
Nah, I'm just saying.
Stop being a mama's boy.
I love you and I love her. I love both of y'all.
Go to the back.
Babe,
Go to the back
babe,
seat.
Mom,
Go to the back seat. No, I'm so tired of this shit. Go to the back.
Babe.
You could be his mother, cool, but go to the back.
Now, out of respect for my mother-in-law, I always make sure that I take the back seat. In respect for me, she will also be like, no, you get in the front. Also, she prefers to ride in the back for some reason. I don't know why. I think that they don't have respect for each other. She said was, I'm his wife, I'm here now. When he left you and started a brand new family with me, I'm first. I come first. And I agree, but also that's his mom. You just can't make a man choose between you and his mom. That's selfish. What did it for me was that it was her car. So what happened was, if you didn't want to be in that back seat, if your car, then what you should have told Bae was, okay, well, I'm gonna drive. And now you tell her to get in the back. You can also tell there's an underlying issue other than just sitting in the back seat of a car. You can tell that the mother has no respect for her. You can tell that the wife has no respect for her. There's nowhere in the world you're gonna call my mama a bitch. What are you doing here? Why is your ass here? Like, that's too far. Real men wouldn't let that happen. I think he actually likes that shit, and I think that the mother thinks that he really don't take her serious, because if a man takes you serious, then he's not gonna let you disrespect his mama. He's not gonna let his mother disrespect you as well. Respect for your son's wife, you will take the back seat. In respect for your mother-in-law, you're gonna have her sit in the front seat. It is not that serious. You can tell that they have more underlying issues than about somebody sitting in the front seat tonight. But at the end of the day, the wife was very disrespectful to the mother, but at the same time, the mother was doing too much. Other than that, you guys, let's go on to the next topic. So the next topic that I want to talk about is The Chi. I love The Chi. So mad it took me this long to actually watch it. To be honest, I kind of got turned off by it when it first came on, just because the locations were so inaccurate. I've watched The Chi in a matter of 3 days. The reasons why I decided to watch The Chi again is because Candy was going to be on The Chi. And so, you know, I love me some Candy. You guys know Candy from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Real Candy fans know Candy from Escape. On the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Candy was talking about she was going to have this sex scene, and she was nervous because Ty was going to be jealous, and Ty didn't want her to do this, and Ty didn't want her to do that. And come to find out, this sex scene was weak as hell. I was very disappointed. Like I said on a couple of episodes before, I'm going to watch The Chi because I want to see Candy titties. I want to see the dungeon come out. I want to see all of that. And it was super, super basic. It was soft porn. It was like one of those HBO soft porn that you watch at night when you was like a kid. It was weak as hell. Nevertheless, I do love Candy on the show though. I'm hoping that that's not the session that she was talking about, and hopefully there's some more to come, because it's like 10 episodes each season, so we got like 4 more episodes left. So bitch, you better be throwing your ass back in one of these episodes that's to come. So we're finally able to put the face to Keisha's kidnapper. Ronnie was so close to finding her. Ronnie actually found her. Ronnie know where she at. I think Ronnie is trying to play a little slick to not throw it off, but he know where she at. She was in the basement and she was trying to yell, she was trying to scream, but for some reason Ronnie couldn't hear her, and I really hope that he does find her. I really am rooted for Ronnie, but at the same time it's really hard to root for a bum. One thing that I will say about Ronnie is that Ronnie does have a heart. Ronnie is pure. He's a really good man. He just came up on bad times, just like a lot of black men in today's society. It's all about how you pick yourself up. Ronnie finds a way to pick himself back up and then falls right back down in the gutter. This season, he's finally living his true life, which is a bum. He's homeless. He's out living under Vitox and stuff like that. I guess his way to salvation is to find Keisha. I hope he does find her. Hopefully they're able to forgive him. Hopefully they're able to, you know, look past the fact that he killed Cookie. You guys are familiar with the Chi that happened back in season 1. So if you haven't seen The Chi at all, I definitely recommend that you watch it. I would definitely continue to talk about The Chi. It's a really, really good show. Don't let season 1's locations, if you're from Chicago, throw you off like it did me, because I am just now talking about it now, and I'm just now watching, and I'm just now catching up. So it's 3 seasons, it's 10 episodes per season, so that's not bad at all. So make sure you guys watch. So the next topic that I want to talk about is RuPaul's Drag Race. Shea Coulee won All-Star. Shea Coulee was consistent throughout the entire season. Nobody had nothing on Shea Coulee. That bitch snapped the entire season. So the top 3 was Miss Cracker, Jujubee, and Shea Coulee. And of course, we all know that Shea Coulee won. So Tyra Sanchez ruined the finale for most drag fans. If you guys are familiar with Tyra Sanchez, the other Tyra, she was the season 2 winner of Drag Race. Not for sure the real reason why Tyra Sanchez ruined the season finale. She ruined it within a matter of 3 days prior to it actually coming out. Like Shea Coulee won, went on Twitter and showed their verses and stuff like that. Like she was going off. She went off on RuPaul's Drag Race. She went off on RuPaul himself. She went off on the production team, calling them all racist. She even called RuPaul racist. Like, she went on a rampage. She said that production would make fun of black women in drag, but then they would uplift the other white women in drag, and how they would favor people, how RuPaul would let other white women win over the black women in drag. And I don't doubt her for 1 second. It's not the first time that a drag queen of color has said that their title was snatched due to it giving away to a white woman. And I believe it. I really do believe it. Now, I love RuPaul. RuPaul has given the courage and the confidence for everybody to do what they do now. RuPaul has given a voice to the voiceless. I'm not going to discredit RuPaul for doing that. However, I do believe what these people are saying. RuPaul is married to a white man. A white man really did evolve RuPaul's career. RuPaul was going to always be that bitch. It's going to take someone to put you on the platform to let everybody else know that you're that big. I'm not saying that Tyra is right, but she's not wrong either. But Tyra has been doing this for years when it came down to RuPaul. That's why you never see her on All Stars. You'll never see her make special appearances because she and RuPaul have been going back and forth. RuPaul, you do have to do a lot better when it comes down to that because this is not the first time this has been said. And yes, Tyra is the main one that's saying it, but then other people come out and they speak out about it too. I do think that Tyra is wrong for ruining the season finale for Drag Race. But at the same time, it's just like, girl, if this is what makes you feel better, then you go ahead and you do it. I think that she was definitely wrong for ruining Drag Race for people who like to be on the edge of their seats, even though they already know who the winner is, because it was evident. RuPaul out for what he did and what the production is doing. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not good for your career because at the end of the day, people are going to label you as the angry black woman or the angry black drag because you can't sing the book a gig and all this stuff like that. Like, people are going to read you for that. You're definitely wrong for ruining the season finale for people who love Drag Race, who like to be at the edge of their seat for something that they already know. That's period. So my last topic that I want to talk about is the Beyoncé hatred from most of the Beehive. I've been seeing for the last couple of days, Beyoncé is in the rut. They're tired of this Lion King era. They're tired of this gift era. And they think that Beyoncé has just lost it. I'm just like appalled. I'm very disappointed in certain Beehive members. Beyoncé released a visual album for Black is King, which is the gift album. I, for one, am excited about it. I cannot wait to give you my review. But I'm definitely here for it. I love everything that Beyoncé does. I love this era so much. People fail to realize this is more than just Lion King. Yes, she was inspired by the movie Lion King and being able to play Nala, but this is way more than Lion King. Beyoncé made Lion King and focused it more on black people in Africa and about the tribes that we were from. White people, they just made it about the animal kingdom. So for the life of me, I just don't understand why y'all don't live for this era. I think the problem is that people consider The Gift and Black is King as a side project versus an actual project of Beyoncé, and it shouldn't be treated as such. Beyoncé worked her ass off on this project. Beyoncé works her ass off on everything that she does. I love how she's focusing more on black people and our rights and where we come from and making her music sound more black, linking up with more black producers and getting that black sound, whether it's from Africa or any other place that's not fucking America. Like, I'm here for that. She wants to make the music that speaks to her and the music that she wants us to hear from her, and I'm here for that. Yes, she got inspired by doing The Lion King, but it made her want to go back to her roots and want to go back to South Africa and indulge in the culture. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I think if we all had the money and the funds like Beyonce have, we should all do the same thing. The only thing that we know about is what's going on in America. Yes, we Google and we research stuff about what's going on in Africa and stuff like that, but if you're not there to actually experience it, then it doesn't have the same effect on reading than actually living. I think the next album that Beyonce is going to have is going to be pro-black, and that's all it's going to be. I won't lie to you. When the Gift album came out, I was kind of like drawn back from it. It wasn't like my favorite go-to album by Beyonce, but it grew on me. I loved Spirit. That was my shit. I loved Brown Skin Girls. I just so happened to be listening to it a couple of days ago, and I just fell in love with that album all over again. So I cannot wait for you guys to experience this visual album. It is everything. I already know it's everything. I don't even have to watch it to know that it's not going to be everything, because everything that Beyonce do is everything. I'm just so proud of Beyonce for just being for our black people, and I think that we should continue to support our black people as well, because it seems like all y'all doing are tearing down Beyonce, and I'm not here for it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe below, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being with me throughout this whole entire video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe below, you guys. I'll be back very, very soon.